no weight loss. Woo-hoo! It's a celebration. That's just the beginning. I'm just celebrating. I'm so happy for you. I cannot believe it. Well, I can't believe it, actually, because I watch you, and you're remarkable, and you're just a big go-getter, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. That's such a huge, huge milestone that you've not only gotten, but exceeded. So, way to go, Country Girl 555. You rock it out. I'm so happy for you. So there's the big way I'm celebrating. Celebrate good times. Come on. Okay. I'm also going to do your tag. I'm killing two birds with one stone. What can I tell you? So you asked 10 questions. One is, where did you grow up? I was actually born in British Columbia, but I was raised in Toronto. My mom brought me here when I was 1. Were you a good child? I was a good child. I was a pretty good kid all around, really. I was very responsible. However, I did like to go out and have fun. So at 16, my mom had me at 44. So at 16, she was 60. And I kind of drove her a little crazy. She was forever worried about me and where I was going and that kind of thing. But I was really responsible, and so I did stay out late, and I'm an insomniac, and I've been an insomniac since I was 6. So I liked to stay up late, and she didn't. So I wasn't a bad child, but I kind of drove her nuts in my teen years. What was my worst punishment? Oh, okay. The very first time I drank, I was, I had no idea how much alcohol would actually get you drunk. And I had this friend, Mari Nichols, and she and we decided to go to this party, and it was a grown-up party, like a 20-plus-year-old party. So we bought a 40-pounder of rum and a case of beer. And we proceeded to drink a good chunk of that. And I was loaded out of my tree. It was the first, well, not the first time. I mean, my mom always never made alcohol kind of like a mystery or something. She'd let you have a glass of wine or let you have a beer or whatever. So I got pretty drunk. And I came home, and there was a hallway, and we had all this company, like all these relatives that come in from out of town. So my mom had kind of put a makeshift bed beside the dining room table. So she said later on, she could smell the alcohol the second I walked in the door, and I was bouncing off the door, boom, 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 hitting, because I was loaded. It's the first time I ever drank. And so she's like, come over here and give me a kiss. So I went over, and I fell, and I said, I'm drunk. And she looked at me, and she went, no shit. Anyways, George Keller, who was a friend of my brother's, and my brother helped me up to bed. But George Keller was there because the next day we were going to Mossport, car racing. My punishment was my mom made me go to Mossport car racing, and it was in the back of my brother's work van, Eastland cleaner van, so you had to sit on the wheel well, and it was summer, and there was no ventilation, no windows back there, and I had to pull him over or ask him to pull over every now and again so I could throw up. Needless to say, I never drank for years and years and years after that. That was my worst punishment, I can tell you. What did you do during your summers? As a child, we did all kinds of things. We'd go to cottages, we would hang out, we went to camp a lot. Well, not a lot. You'd go to camp maybe 1 or 2 weeks during the summer. We played. I mean, my street was so full of kids. You just walked out and you went, hey, and some other kid would go, hey, and you'd play with them for the day. That's kind of the way it was. What's my best childhood memory? I have a lot of really good childhood memories. Holidays were always big. Like, my mother there was always a ton of people, a ton of food. Everybody had a good time. So I have a lot of really good childhood memories. So I can't really put it down to one. What's my favorite toy? Number 6. What's your favorite toy? To be honest with you, one thing that I just played with all the time was my mom used to, we'd get a pair of her old nylons, and she put a rubber ball in it, and you'd go like this. And you'd play with your friends, or skipping, those types of games, hopscotch. I like those kinds of things. I didn't have a lot of big toys, I guess. We mostly had stuff you made yourself or that were fairly simple. My favorite TV show. I like Dateline a lot. I'm addicted to like Survivor, Big Brother. I love those things. I like good comedies, so I watch a lot of those. I don't really think I have a favorite TV show, but I like a lot of the A&E where it's like a true crime, or 48 Hours, where those unsolved mystery kind of things. I love those types of shows. My favorite game when I was a kid was Risk. I used to play it with my brother Phil, who passed away. Like, you'd start in the afternoon and you'd play all night until the next day. That was the best game. I loved that. Was I ever bullied? No. And, you know, oddly enough, we didn't tolerate bullying on our own. Like, if one kid was being bullied, other kids would say, stop bullying the other kids. So, I'm really proud of the way we grew up. There was none of that going on. And, you know, this bullying thing, you know, speaking to like Ryan and stuff, I've never heard, it's just atrocious, and it really needs to be stopped. I am stunned by what I have heard. Do I still stay in contact with my childhood friends? Nope, I don't actually. Well, actually, one of them found me on Facebook, and we talk on Facebook, but she's in another province, so she's far away. But my best childhood friend, absolutely not. We just grew apart, you know, grew differently, and that's the way it is. So, back to the celebrating. Woo! Yay for you!